Hey, what's up, everybody? JL Farron here. I was doing some research on the internet a couple minutes ago. I was doing some research on the suicide statistics among veterans, and I came across this article that was suggesting that the number 22 is not the number of veterans that are committing suicide each day. He in fact, incited some lower statistics. Then I saw a comment to that article, that same article from another individual, saying that the statistics were much higher than 22 and that we shouldn't diminish the amount of veterans that are committing suicide on a daily basis. Now, they went back and forth debating numbers, and other people chimed in talking about different numbers and different eras of veterans. So you got the Vietnam era, then you got OIF, which is Operation Iraqi Freedom, then you got OEF, which is Operation Enduring Freedom. What eras were committing suicide. And, my thing is that at the end of the day, does it really matter? Does it really matter if it's the older generation or the younger generation? The reality is that veterans are, in fact, committing suicide every day. Now, there's plenty of research that points to that average number of 22 a day, but the reality is that veterans are committing suicide. So at the end of the day, it's not so much how many veterans are doing it, but the real question is how can we stop it? How can we be able to limit and get that number down to zero? Is it possible? Right? And so at the end of the day, we have to figure out what is it that's causing these veterans to commit suicide? What is it that's causing them to come to this decision? Right? That's what the real question is. It's not a matter of is the number really 22? Is it 1? Is it 10? Is it 57? It doesn't matter. Okay? The reality is that we can all agree, right, that veterans are committing suicide daily. Okay, that's something that we can all agree on. So at the end of the day, what are we going to do about it? Right? How are we going to limit that number? Okay, I think that the best way is to direct veterans to different services and organizations that are willing to help them. Okay, willing to help them at no cost, right? We got organizations such as 22 Kill. 22 Kill provides empowering services for veterans. What can empowering services do for veterans? Well, the reality is that when veterans get out of the military, a lot of them feel like they don't have any purpose anymore, right? They served in the military for so many years. They've done the same thing for so many years, and they've been able to move up in rank and get promoted and get awarded. And now when they get out, it's like starting all over, right? So they have to find their purpose again. And if they're not able to find their purpose, that could lead to stress, that could lead to substance abuse, and essentially and unfortunately, it could lead to suicide. So we have to figure out how can we make that transition very smooth and be able to make that transition successful so that they can transition from the military to the civilian world and actually have a great purpose in life. All right. So that's the real question, and that's the real goal that we need to have when it comes to addressing this veterans crisis that has been happening for years. This isn't nothing new. You might be seeing people do, push-ups to create awareness and so forth, but at the end of the day, this is not new, and we have to be able to do something about it. So I'm going to go ahead and nominate my person for today. My person for today is Roberto Cisneros. I want you to join our effort in doing 22 push-ups a day to join a challenge of doing 22 push-ups a day to create awareness for the 22 veterans that are committing suicide every day, regardless of the fact one is too many. One veteran a day is just too many, and we have to do something about it. Roberto, I want you to join us in this. I also want you to donate. I would like to encourage you to donate $22.22 to either 22.com or the BattleBuddyFoundation.org. Either organization, they both provide services and for veterans, whether they have PTSD or not. And so that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today. And I'm going to go ahead and knock out my 22 push-ups now. All right, 22 push-ups. Roberto, you are on deck, brother. Join us, Cisneros. Let's go. Even though you're a Raiders fan, I'm sorry to hear that, but I know you care about our troops. I know you're serving in the military. I don't want you to use an excuse that you're deployed, that you can't do these push-ups, man. Let's go.